Hi Capricorn, welcome to Yellow Cardinal Tarot with me. My name is Carol, and if you're new to this channel, if you just found me, I want to welcome you. This is a fairly new channel. I think we've been here for 6 months. If you've subscribed and you're coming back, I also want to thank you for watching my videos and commenting. In today's reading, we're going to be doing some inner child healing. And the inner child is a part of us that has been hidden away for years. And the inner child holds our belief systems, our memories, and all the big emotions that we had as a child that would have been, too big for us to handle. And so this inner child in us holds them. They're emotions like fear and shame and grief and hopelessness. So this unhealed part of us, our inner child, can cause a lot of problems if we don't pay attention to them. And they're that part of us that will cause us to seek, love in all the wrong places. They're the part of us that will attract people into our spaces that, will continue to abandon us or sabotage our goals. And it's just kind of left us going like, I don't understand. Why are these patterns keep showing up in my life? And it's because we have unhealed parts of us, our inner children, that need to be healed. So it really is important that we make an effort to understand the needs of our inner child so that we can start to calm and lessen the intrusions that they're having in our daily life and all of our relationships, whether they be intimate relationships, people at work even, siblings, family members. And so we need to start to build this relationship with our inner child. And we do that by having a conversation with them, really, to start to find out, what do they need? What do they need to heal? Well, in order to heal, our inner children need to be listened to, they need to be heard, and they need to be understood. And they need you to make that known to them. So as you start to begin to build this relationship with them and begin to listen to them and understand what their needs are, it really is something that becomes an ultimate form of self-care for yourself, because you're meeting your own needs as you meet their needs. So, and it really makes you the priority in all of your relationships with everyone. And so let's begin this conversation with your inner child. Now, when I decided to sit down and, what decks could I use for this reading that would really make our inner children feel safe enough to come out and speak to us in this reading? And so I found a tarot deck that was a recent one that was that I purchased, and it's Radleigh Valentine's Animal Guides, because I thought that I wanted to pick a deck that had animals in it, because all little kids love animals, and so I wanted something that they could relate to. So I'm gonna start with that deck, and then I'm gonna clarify that with the Rider-Waite deck. And then I'm going to end with an oracle card, and it's going to be a spirit animal for us, right? So it'll be Colette Baron-Reid's spirit animal deck, which I love. And so it's really going to be focused around animals. In that, like I said, it's really going to, I want your inner child to feel comfortable in a setting where they'll come out and they're going to speak to us. And so in this reading, what we're going to do is first of all, we're going to ask your inner child, what does your inner child need right now? And then we're going to ask them and then we're going to look at how is this affecting your daily life, your relationships right now? And then finally, we're going to look at, well, how can you help your inner child heal right now? And that's the important part, right? And then I'll end it with a couple videos for you from my other channel called Carol Cares. And those are going to be videos that are going to really get you going and on your way to starting to connect and build a relationship with your inner child. So let's begin your reading, Capricorn. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to ask the tarot to give me one card for what your inner child needs right now. So one card, please, for Capricorn's inner child and what they need right now. You got the Ace of Earth, which is the Ace of Pentacles. The Calico Cat. And how is this affecting their needs? How is it affecting your life, your relationships? How is it showing up? The Page of Earth, which is a tabby cat, another cat. Maybe you're a cat person. Maybe your inner child's a cat person. How can you help your inner child heal right now? How can you help your inner child heal? One card. No, too many cards there. Just want one card, please. I don't think oh, here's one. The Page of Fire, which is the Monarch. The Monarch. It was in reverse. So you have two, Page of Fire, which is the Page of Wands. You have two pages. And the pages in my deck are my inner children. And I always will tell you that you have if a page shows up, it's an inner child that needs healing. So we'll talk about those pages a little bit when we get into those two sections. And I'll explain each one and what it means. They both have different meanings. All right, so let's begin and ask, I'd like 2 or 3 cards for this Ace of Earth to clarify. This Ace of Pentacles. I think I got 3 cards. So you have the Tower in reverse. You have, you have 4 cards. The 7 of Cups. And the 9 of Cups. And the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. For your needs. And Tabby Cat, the Page of Earth. The Page of Pentacles. A couple cards, please. 2 or 3 cards to clarify. Oh! Lots. The 2 of Cups. The Page of Wands. Another page to clarify, different page. Well, Page of Wands twice here. The Judgment card and the 10 of Pentacles. That's how it's showing up in your life. Or, yeah, well, that's how it's affecting your relationships. And the Page of Fire, the Page of Wands. 2 or 3 cards, please. Queen of Swords. And let's see, one more maybe, or 2. The Star. Okay, should be enough. We'll see how that goes. All right, so the Ace of Earth, which is the Ace of Pentacles. Any ace in my deck is a new offer. It's a gift from the universe, and usually we take it. And this is going to talk about getting back into the body. And so your younger child really wants you to get back into your body. If you watch little kids playing, building a sand castle at a park, they're very much comfortable with being in their body. They're very much comfortable with being who they are. And that means, feeling all their emotions, because that's where our emotions live, is in our body. And so this is a card where, you know, it's an ace, so it's an invitation. It's an invitation to you to get back into your body, to learn how to ground. And that's why I'm going to leave you the video on grounding at the end. And because I think it's really important for you to get back into your body. And so you can get in touch with your inner child. And so I'm going to see, there's a tower moment that comes with your inner child right now, and it's in reverse. And so when a tower moment is in reverse, it tells me there's a couple things it can tell me here. It can tell me that, you know, there's something that happened to you when you were a little child, and you know we talk about big traumas and small traumas. I mean, trauma's trauma, but sometimes you can have big trauma, and big trauma would be, you know, in an upright position. And so this is something that's in a reverse position. So it could tell me that it wasn't a, you know, huge trauma, but there's some trauma in your not, maybe not a lot, but there's trauma. Or it could tell me that there's something in particular, something that's happened to you when you were younger that maybe you're not aware of, and it's blocked. And so, you know, for a few reasons, but I think what, for me, when I see the Tower card, and in this reading, and not every reading, but in this reading, there was a significant situation when you were younger. And it definitely brought about some trauma. And our inner children hold our memories of our traumatic experiences. And so your inner child wants you to get back into your body so you can get in touch with the emotions and the healing that needs to be done with this tower moment that happened to you when you were younger. It is some sort of trauma that you have that you need to heal. And the Seven of Cups comes right behind it. And the Seven of Cups is a card about, you know, all these it's in reverse, but all these cups on offer, all these emotions, these cups on offer here. And so there's all these emotions that are connected to this tower moment, but they're in reverse, because along with tower moments, along with our trauma, come these big emotions that are connected to them, and they need to be felt. And that's why your inner child wants you to get back into your body. We are meant to feel. You know, you have this individual and it was in reverse, but you're meant to feel all these emotions right here. These are 9. We're supposed to get, you know, to the 10. The 10 is that full range of feeling all of our emotions. But this particular individual has these 9 of Cups, and he's just sitting there, and like he says, you know, I'm kind of done. I don't want to go inwards. I'm done with feeling, or I'm done with healing. But you know, if you pulled that blue cover, there's more under there. You're at the 9 of Cups here. You're not at the 10. And so there's a resistance here I can see on your part to not wanting to go inwards and feel these emotions that are connected to this trauma that's sitting here that your inner child is holding on to. And the Wheel of Fortune card comes here, and the Wheel of Fortune card talks about you know, life is meant to turn, you know, and things happen, situations happen, experiences happen, and because there's some trauma sitting in your system, this Wheel of Fortune, this wheel of life has stopped. And that's not supposed to happen. And so it's almost like, if you think about it, when this traumatic incident happened to you when you were younger, those emotions that were connected to it were too big to feel. And so an inner child of yours has taken them on, and they now want you to get in touch with them because they want you to feel those emotions that they couldn't feel when they were younger. And But I know you're sitting here in a situation where, you haven't wanted to look at it, you haven't wanted to feel. Maybe you don't know about it. Sometimes we have some trauma sitting, well, I shouldn't say sometimes. A lot of times we don't really know what's sitting in our unconscious, right? We don't know what sort of trauma or traumatic experiences are sitting there. We all have trauma on a continuum. And the Wheel of Fortune here is not meant to get stuck. It's meant to flow, but your emotions got stuck there. You were too young. You're too young to handle this. And so here your inner child is saying, okay, it's time to get back in the body. And we're going to feel this. I want to feel this. And how is this situation right here? How is it affecting your life today? Your relationships? How is it affecting you? We have the Page of Earth, which all my pages in my deck are my inner children. And this is the Page of Pentacles. And the Page of Pentacles is coming up here again. And the Page of Pentacles is our inner child. And it's our inner child that wants you, that needs to be healed and wants you to get back into your body. This is the invitation. This is the invitation right here for you to get back in your body. Your inner child wants to. And what happened is, and over here in your daily life, well, it's saying, well, there's a real need here. The page says there's a real need here for you to get back in your body. So it's kind of a same message, just in a different way. And the Two of Cups comes here, and the Two of Cups is it's in reverse, and there's a real intimate relationship here between these two individuals. They're sharing their cups, exchanging cups, and it's a really healing relationship because you can see the caduceus right here. It's in the wing line. It's a very healing relationship that these two individuals are undertaking, and this is the relationship between the two parts of yourself. You can look at the two parts as your feminine side or your masculine side, the conscious part of you or the unconscious part of you. But this is the relationship that you have with yourself. This intimate, vulnerable relationship that you have with yourself is blocked. So you don't have this intimate relationship with yourself right now because you have shut yourself down when this happened to you when you were younger. And it was too painful to feel. And so now you've taken this into adulthood and you don't have that intimate relationship with yourself. The Page of Wands comes behind it, and here's the other healing page, another page that needs to be healed. And this one is the Page of Wands. So this particular one, this page is about it's the child in us that has a purpose, that knows what our purpose is, that knows what we're really supposed to do on this earth, knows what direction we're supposed to take our life in. And they're sitting there right behind your intimate relationship with yourself. And they're not and they need to be healed because you don't have that intimate relationship. Because you don't have that, you might have and because you're not in your body, you're not feeling your emotions, you might not have that sense of what am I supposed to do next, or where am I supposed to go, and looking for direction, looking for purpose in your life. And I know that's what that is looking for purpose and direction, because right after it is the Judgment card. And look at this angel. He's blowing this horn. He's waking all these people up. Waking these people up from their coffins. And they're rising to the sound. They're rising to something. And the Judgment card for me is that awareness of something or someone is calling you. Like you get that nudge inside of you where you're thinking, I know I've got to be here for a purpose. I want to take my life in a new direction. I want to do what I want to do. And so you're hearing it. You're hearing it. But right behind that, you have this Ten of Pentacles here. This card. If you look closely at it, you see this old man here. You see a few different generations. This old man who's very, very wise. Then you have these individuals in the middle. And then you have a little child. Oop! Little child right at the side of the card here. Right here. And there's so much magic in this card. Here's the magic wand right here. Nobody's even using it. No one's even paying attention. It's like there's so many things that are, if you go beyond those gates, the big wall there, that's what's unseen. There's so much unseen. There's so much we don't see beyond that. And the other thing that we don't see about this card is the formation of this Ten of Pentacles. It's the formation of the Kabbalistic tree of life. And it comes from the Jewish culture. It's almost like a map it's a map of wisdom, like this old man here has. It's a map of wisdom of where you came from, what your roots are. Kind of helps you if you study it, you know. Different nodes here represent different things you can study, and you can go into it and find your roots, and so I see this as a generation card, but because it's when it comes in my deck, and this is a healing channel, it represents for me generational trauma, something that was handed down to you, you know, from other generations. This is a generational card, and whenever it comes up to me, it means generational trauma. So there is a real need for you to get back into your body and to start to begin that relationship here with yourself, that vulnerable, intimate relationship with yourself, so that you can get some direction on where you want to go. Because right now, all of that seems really fuzzy. You know, you got the Judgment card, you're wondering, where am I supposed to go? But the generational card is blocking that. And I think there's a lot that you can get out of, you know, delving into this, because you're going to start to understand. This is really a card of wisdom and understanding where you came from, you know, what was handed down to you. And so, how can you help your inner child? Well, you get the Page of Fire in reverse, another page. You have a lot of, I'm going to say you have 1, 2, 3 pages, which tells me that there's a lot of healing that needs to be done. That's 3 inner children. We can have more than one inner child, because think about it, you know, sometimes we have a lot of emotions, we can have a lot of trauma, and you have these different parts of you that will hold these emotions, these memories. This Page of Fire, this is the Page of Wands. In the Page of Wands, we did get the Page of Wands. Yes, we did get the Page of Wands, we talked about that. But, so what needs to be healed? Well, you get the Page of Wands, which is the direction that you want to take your life in. And now it's coming in reverse for you as, how can you heal? Well, you need to heal this Page of Wands. It really needs to be healed. And what's happening here is the Queen of Swords comes out. And the healing that needs to be done, how can you heal it? Well, the Queen of Swords, the Queen is the feminine part of ourself. We all have a feminine part, and we all have a masculine part. And the Queen, the masculine is our ego self, and the feminine is, and the Queen is the feminine side to us. And she has beautiful qualities. And the one quality that she has is the sword of authenticity. She has the sword of who you are. Of who you are. Once you heal this page, that once you get back into your body and you start to feel some of these emotions and start to heal these inner children form a relationship with them, you know, you're also going to start to get in touch with who you are, with this Queen of Authenticity. And the last card that comes here is the healing card, beautiful starred card, the healing card. And this particular individual is just dipping their toe in the water just a little bit, right? Just to start to feel again. And that's the beautiful thing about this, is once you start to get back in your body and get in touch with these inner children that need to heal, you also are going to start to heal. This is a real big outcome of healing that I see for you. So I'm seeing that, you know, there must have been, you know, you come from a child that has some, you know, where you've had a lot of traumatic experiences in your life, and there's a lot of healing that needs to be done, but we just do it a little bit by little by little, and we start to do that by getting in touch with our inner children. And so I'm going to leave you with, before I give you pull a card for you, I'm going to leave you with some grounding videos at the end that are going to help you get back into your body so that you can feel again. And I also want to leave you some journaling videos that I've done, and they teach you how to journal from your emotions, and that's going to help bring your inner child forward and give your inner child a voice. And we do that by writing, because that from our emotions, and that allows our inner child to tell you how they're feeling, and so you can start to build this relationship with them. And it's a beautiful relationship once you can start, and they talk to you through your journaling. All right, so let's pull a card for you. Oh, one just fell out here, and it's called the Dragonfly Spirit. Truth transcends illusion. I love that you have a truth card here, because you ended with the Queen of Swords, who's all about authenticity. So let's see what the Dragonfly Spirit wants to say. Truth transcends illusion. Dragonfly Spirit is here to remind you of the wisdom and truth available at all times. Just as a dragonfly catches your eye with its reflective wings and body, Dragonfly Spirit appears to tell you to pay attention to the truth beyond the illusion and recognize the insights that come seemingly out of nowhere. In the realm of spirit, there is far more wisdom than you can perceive with your senses, and there is a deep knowing that you are not separate or alone, for a higher power recognizes you and loves you beyond measure. Fears dissipate as you realize you are embraced by the nurturing force that is everywhere, always in communication with you. And you know, I often see that sometimes, you know, when I talked about that, look, going beyond that wall here, and you know, when you go beyond that wall, there's so many things that are unseen there, and you start to see, when you do a deep dive into this journey, this healing journey, you start to find out things about yourself, and you start to see things that were up to now unseen, because our children have been hidden for a long time, and they have all the answers. So Capricorn, take care, and I'll talk soon. Bye-bye.